Guys, what's going on? It is Ash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Now today in Raid Shadow Legends is kind of a companion piece to yesterday's video where we talk about the value of attack percentage versus crit damage. And we learned that crit damage scales a bit better, especially when you have like a high crit rate or you have a champion close to maxed out, than attack percentage does. Now shout out to Beer Walker again. If you missed yesterday's video, Beer Walker made a Reddit post about a year ago, and I found that anecdotally a lot of my supporting evidence backed up his theory here, and his big takeaways were: make your attack 2.5 times bigger than your base attack. So after that, the returns are somewhat diminished on the attack. You'll still get returns, but it's better off stacking crit damage at that point. He also recommends for every 20% after you have a character 6-starred and maxed out, right? For every 20% attack you add, you should be trying to, on top of the base, you should be trying to also add around 10% crit damage to get the best results of your champions. Now, I stand by all that information. However, I did a very poor job in yesterday's video of illustrating that because I really, I swapped out a crit rate with a crit damage gauntlets on Queen Ava, and it didn't really prove anything, right? Her attack went down only menially, only a few hundred attack, and her damage went way up, but that's not a huge surprise. I also didn't account for her aura and her extra crit rate on her ability, so I apologize for that. Today we're going to do some different kind of testing. Today, so just quick summarization of yesterday's video is the information was right. I just did a poor job of actually illustrating that to you guys, for which I apologize. So today we're going to test out something a little bit different. I'm actually going to go ahead and push up in Arena to Platinum Arena. It's the last day of the season, and I'm going to do it with Mountain King. So right now, you can see on Mountain King's abilities, they scale on both HP and attack, okay? So HP attack, and Regal Force, HP attack. So this is interesting. I built him with a ton of HP and not a ton of attack. 2765 and almost 100k HP on my Mountain King. So today we're going to test a theory out here. What if we bring the hit points down a bit, bring the attack up? Is he going to be hitting a lot harder if champions scale off of 2 abilities, Mountain King specifically? How much does attack matter? How much does HP matter? Is it best to build both of those stats up equally? Is it best to build one stat sky high and one stat, relatively low? That's what we're going to be testing out in today's video, okay? So again, this is my starting stats right here at 100k HP and 2700 or so attack, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and test him out right now, see what he's hitting for. I'm actually just going to test him out in the same campaign location. Then we'll test him in Arena, but I want to kind of get a base here as well. So let's take him to 10-3. Actually, let's not take him to 10-3 because it's a negative affinity matchup. Let's take him against some magic affinity 10-6. So let's just kind of get a base before we mess around with the gear. Let's take him into campaign and then into Arena and kind of see how he does in terms of his overall hit. So on each round, we'll hit with different abilities here. Oops. Well, I want to see what we're doing. That was almost 100k. I'm actually going to restart this one because I want to make sure I do the abilities on manual myself. So here we go. So I'm going to start with his A1 on the first wave, and we'll just go after the magic affinity, obviously. So 72k on the A1 on the first wave. All right, so 72k on the A1. Again, this is small sample size, but you guys get the point. Now we're going to go again against Allure here with the A2. And he's going to be hitting for 136k. Be right back in round 3. All right, guys, and here is the A3. And it's going to be hitting for 88k, okay? So 72, 136, and 88. Let's go ahead and take it one more run. I'll be fast and just compare. All right, here we go. Second run. We have 70k, and we have 120k. All right, let's do it one more time here, guys. On the first attack, we have 65k. On the A2, we have 127k. And on the A3, we have 102k. So one easy change that I'll make is I happen to have crit damage boots with attack instead of HP, both 5-star, both pretty similar. So I'm just going to swap these out right now. That won't change his crit damage, and it won't change his crit rate, but it will bring his HP down to 85k, his attack up to 3294. So maybe a little bit more attack, and then we should be good. So I'm going to switch out one more gear piece. Alright guys, so on the helmet here, you can see what I'm going to do. I'm going to lose 1% crit rate here. I'm going to gain 20% crit damage, but my overall attack will go up 100, and my HP will go down another 5k. I'm going to purposely keep this new helmet at level 12. That way I'll miss out on, 1,800 more HP than I could get if I maxed it out, just to kind of help with our experiment. So here we go, guys. This is what it's going to look like now. The new Mountain King is going to have 79k instead of 100k HP. He's going to have 3394 attack and a little bit more crit damage as well. So let's see what he does now that I took that HP way down. Way down, subjectively, I guess. And let's just see what he does now on the campaign. Now that we have both stats kind of more in line, and then I'll try one more method out where I totally drop his HP and I go high in attack just to see what happens. So here we go, guys. Here he is, ready to go. Gonna do the same thing we did last time. All right, so here we go, guys. Gonna do the same thing we did last time. Confirm energy refill and take him in, and we're gonna attack the same champion with the new kind of strategy, or the new gear. Not same strategy. All right, so this time it hit for 65 and 72 last time. Now it's hitting for 66. So not much of a change at all. Let's go to the next round. All right, next round here on his A2. This was the heavy hitter. We got 136 and 127 last time. Now we get a 103. So less here. 103. All right, in the A3 last time it hit for 88 and 102. This time it's going to hit for 93. Okay, let's go ahead and take him on one more run and see how he does. Being that you really want to use is kind of take them solo in campaign like I'm doing and just test out all their abilities a few runs just to kind of get a feel for what are their big damage abilities, right? So here we go again, and first one's going to hit for 60k. Again, lower than both of our other runs, right, on the A1, so that's 60k. All right, on the A2, we have a 124 hit. Again, lower than both of our other hits on the old run with much more HP. And then on the A3, he hits for 84k. And that's, again, lower than all of our other numbers. So, guys, my takeaway here is that at least for this guy, at least for Mountain King, he scales better when you just build HP really, really high and you don't worry so much about attack. Now, other things might be that we haven't seen here. Like, for example, what if you're in a negative affinity matchup and his attack is lower? Does that impact the chance that he's going to land a weak hit? I'm not sure about that, and this is rather anecdotal as well. It's not like we're running hundreds and hundreds of sample sizes, but I think it's pretty safe to say, seeing as how all of our numbers were lower, that it's better just to build him with really, really high HP. Let's try one more build on him with really high attack and see if that changes anything. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and swap out a 60% attack chest for a 50% attack chest. His crit rate will go down a little bit, but this is the only gear that I could find that was somewhat comparable. So his crit rate is a little bit lower here, guys. His power goes about the same. His total stats, now he's down to 66k with a 4k attack. So this will be our third try. We'll see what we get here. All right, guys, so here's our third run through. Take auto off. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I write this down. So take 3 with 4k attack. Let's see how hard he hits now. So 14k gets a weak hit there. So that is so weird. Now that just could be bad luck. I'm not sure, but you know, it is what it is. Let's hit on it again here. And then we get the 46k. So even the 46k though is so much lower than we were looking at before. We got 72 and 65 on the first run, 66 and 60 on the second one, and then we got a weak hit, a weak, and a 40-something. So really a lot less. Be right back. All right, on the A2, here we go. This is going to be 101k, and that is the lowest that we've seen so far. So I'm going to go to the third round just to go ahead and do it. But suffice it to say, with a 4k attack on this guy and a 66k HP or whatever it was, we are not anywhere near where we were when he had 100k HP and a really low attack. So again, this is just one champion, but I thought it would be kind of a cool process to see, just to compare. Let's go ahead and try the third one here. We got 72k. We hit 88 and 102, then we hit 93 and 84, and now again, we're the lowest than we have been so far with the high attack. So it looks like, at least on Mountain King, it's best to take the base stat that is the highest, and his HP is one of the highest in the entire game, and just build on that base to get it as high as possible and ignore the other stat. Again, that's just my conclusion. Not necessarily a perfect amount of evidence so far, but my early hypothesis would say your best bet is to, again, I'm going to go ahead and just pull up his character and you guys can see. At least for Mountain King, we tried all three of his abilities, 3 runs, and we tried different kind of outlooks. But you can see that his overall base HP is really high. His attack is high, but his HP is really high at 31k. Attack, when you're talking really high, you're talking like high 15s into 1600s. But HP, anything over 30 is incredibly high. So what I would advise you guys do, at least what I'm going to do for the time being, is if I have champions whose offense scales off of 2 different stats, I'm going to take the higher base stat comparatively to other champions and just max that as high as I can get and kind of ignore, or at least put like a secondary importance or third importance on that second stat rather than try to build them up equally, okay? So I hope you guys kind of take that away from this video as well. Let me know in the comments what you think, but I'm going to go ahead and build him back to the way he was, and then we're going to try him out in the arena. Alright guys, so I said I was going to go ahead and push up into Platinum, but I realized that's probably going to take a couple hours of my time, so I will do a video on that, maybe the next video or maybe next week. No promises, but either way, you know, the opponents have gotten considerably more difficult after a few screens, so I will go ahead and try to tackle these guys kind of one by one here with the squad. So I kind of speed farmed up with my AoE nukers. Now I'm going to put in 2 heavy hitters in Krutraxa and Mountain King and kind of see how we do here. First team, relatively low overall team power. We'll see what we can get going on. So I'll just go ahead and hit Arbiter first. Really want to keep an eye on Mountain King's abilities, how much damage he's putting out, you know? So unfortunately didn't get the freezer there. We'll go with his A2 and we'll try to take down Arbiter first. Let's see if we can go ahead and do it. We hit for a 99k. Thank you very much. That was that was pretty good, right? Who knows how much defense they had or built. This was kind of a low power team too, so we can, let's go with, oops, I don't know what I'm doing with my taskbar here, my bad. Okay, let's just go on auto from here on out. We'll try to make it a 10 for 10 sweep if we can in the arena. That time he actually, oh, it was a negative, he was attacking Spirit, so we will kind of keep out for that. We have a Magic, Spirit, and Void affinity team. So kind of a little bit of everything. Going to be hard to avoid everybody, but this should be another easier one. Let's go ahead and start out by hitting, kind of hit whoever's going to go first here for the opponent team. So now we should be able to pick them off one at a time. Let's start out with Lysandra, because we are Void attacking Spirit. Now we can kind of lean on Mountain King after this. I don't want them to turn meter up or increase attack, so we'll go there. Now let's go ahead and do, again, the A2 right here. It's going to be 80k. That's perfect. And from here on out, we can just go in auto again. So far, so good. Again, 2 teams with somewhat lower on the power end, but we'll keep testing it out, and I feel like having these 2 heavy hitters, again, on the same team is actually a pretty decent combo here. So it looks like Mountain King, no. Yeah, Mountain King will get the final blow, maybe? No, Krutraxa finishes him off by hitting for 60k herself on Razin. Let's go against this team here. 182, getting a little bit higher in terms of the opponent's overall power. Longbeard, we have to be careful of his A3. Attacks all, teams up with all 4 allies. And then, who does he have here? He has the HP burn, right? Yes, on the A2. Okay, cool. Should be fairly easy-ish fight, I guess. Assuming, you know, everything goes as planned. Hit with the A2 here. Everybody's sleeping. Perfect time to kill them. So, start off by taking down Arbiter. We'll go Longbeard just because he's almost dead. And then we'll try to one-shot this bad boy here. Boom. 60k. So far, so good with this team, right? I mean, basically having Krutraxa and Mountain King on the same team is just putting out insane amount of damage. And I like the synergy between you guys. You guys might not have like these champions per se, but having one champion who can, even if it's just a sleep ability, not a stun ability, to kind of being really fast on your team like I have with Kymar, and then having another champions that are just single target hitters while the opponent's team, even if it's just sleep, it doesn't matter as long as you're not doing any damage to them. So the next team here is a little bit higher power too, and they have Torment on the team, and they also have the group. So Rotos and Torment and Duchess. So this is going to be our first real test here, you know. Mountain King luckily has a high resist, so hopefully he won't get frozen. We will see here. Starting out with... Okay. Doesn't matter if Secret gets frozen. He's going first anyway. So let's go again. Again, we're going to take... they have 2 revivers on the team, but because Arbiter's the fastest, we're going to take her out first. And then I think I can kill Rotos right now. And we can, yep. Usually, you know, oddly enough, the A1 of Krutraxa works really well against Rotos. Usually kills. So let's see if we can, this is an anti, okay, we got a weak hit for 10k there. I guess I should have just went for Torment. I was trying to stop her from reviving. Let's see if I can get a provoke on her. Hopefully I can. I don't. She's gonna pick up the rest of her team. That's gonna suck. So she did get the revival off. Now I'm kind of stuck back at square one, right? So I'm gonna go with the try to take down. I'm gonna go ahead and maybe this is a mistake, but I'm gonna go ahead and get a little greedy and try to take down. Oh, I can't even do it there. Okay, this time we hit and we take down Duchess. I forgot they had the perfect veil on because I didn't see the animation. But of course she gets called up again. Not looking good all of a sudden. He's gonna kill everybody on my team, right? Boom. Okay, can't kill Mountain King. But max HP has been reduced, so that will affect his attacks as well. So, kind of back at square one. Let's see if I can one-shot Duchess. And then, yeah, let's try. We don't one-shot her. Oof, that sucks. We kill Arbiter, though, and she doesn't have her ability up. So, I mean, surely you can finish off... Mountain King, I'm counting on you, man. Finish off with the A1 there. There it is. Even with the weak hit, we're able to finish her off. We get the revival there on... Jeez, man. Hate Rotos. This is going to really come down to it. The good news here is that we should be able to kill Rotos right now, and if we do, we don't. Shoot. Okay. I think we are going to be... Yeah, we're going to lose this one, guys. I needed Mountain King to kill Rotos there, and we weren't able to do it. So that was a tough team. But man, Roto is just the end of me there. I don't know what I could have really done differently either. I felt like if I was going to give it another go, I'll give it another go just because I hate losing. And we'll see if I can maybe just get better RNG. So again, I'm going to open up the same way. Going to try to land a provoke on Rotos this time. It's not really going to matter because we're putting everybody to sleep anyway. So this time we got a resist from Duchess on that sleep. So Mountain King has the mastery that anytime an ally gets frozen, he will attack. So that's how he did that damage there. So let's go ahead and this time just try to kill Duchess right off the bat. Using both of the abilities, we're not going to split up the damage. So that's good. Now we can try to kill Arbiter with the A2 of Mountain King. And we do. Okay, so we're going to get it this time. I guess that's where I went wrong. Just trying to get greedy and splitting my damage early on between Duchess and Arbiter. It is what it is, right? But this time, I feel like we're looking good, right? Because we'll kill Rotos right there, and yeah, now we can just auto out. It's weird how you look back at a battle like this, and one kind of seemingly small decision to try to get greedy there and kill both with Kratraxa early on ends up losing us that battle. So, hey, lesson learned. Let's move on to the next one here, guys. So they have Skull Crown, they have Venus, and they have Rotos and Lysandra. I'll be going first against this team, and I'm not nearly as scared as I was against the other team. Watch that come back to haunt me. So here we go. They actually go first, so I stand corrected. So just like that, we have weaken and decreased defense, so we are getting set up to be nuked to hell from us. We might die on the next... So I need to place the Provoke here on... I need to land it on Skull Crown. So if I don't, we'll probably all die. We might all die anyway. Oh, thank God Kymar goes second. And we'll just go ahead and try to put everybody to sleep here. Sorry, okay. All right. Well, we really dodged a bullet there, guys. We really did. So let's just go ahead and 1-2 punch here. Boom, done. And boom, done. No revivers on the team. So here we got really kind of lucky there that we were faster than they were. But let's see how much damage we can put out on the A2 here. We'll definitely go after Venus, even though she's sleeping. 23k. So not too bad there from Venus. I didn't want to go against the Spirit Affinity matchup. We'll still win, but not too happy with that 23k hit, right? Let's go with the Provoke on Lysandra. Venus is so good, man. Watch Kratraxa. Oh, she hits low too, man. Wow. So Venus is just like well built here on the enemy team. Finally, we kill her there on the ignoring defense on the A1. Now we'll just go ahead and go auto from here on out. But there you have it. Let's keep going here. Sorry if this is adding maybe too long to the end of the video, but you guys are probably kind of quarantined anyway, so got nothing better to do. Maybe some of you guys do. So Rashard the Tower has the ability to give his teammates the invincibility, or the block all damage. Tormund has the freeze. Duchess has the revival and the perfect veil, and Rotos has just the incredible damage output. So this one's going to be another challenging one. Let's see how we do. We will definitely go first against this team, and Kratraxa gets frozen there. That's unfortunate. Let's go ahead and try to land the... Let's try to land the Provoke on Rashard so he stops. Okay, we do. That's going to be huge. We won't have the block damage to contend with, and then we're going to put everybody to sleep. And that lands. That's good. So let's go ahead and make sure we target Duchess first. And, see, I would really love Kratraxa. I don't want to go negative affinity here. This is a tough decision. Tough decision here. I'm going to go for it and just see. You could make an argument that I should go for Rotos because of the Spirit Affinity. I'm going to give it a try and just see if we can break through. And we don't. So, ends up being the wrong decision. Should have went with our gut. Let's go ahead and try to land the Provoke on Rotos there. At least we decrease his turn meter. And we'll use Kymar's reset abilities. And we won't make that same mistake again. So, now we have to just kind of ride things out. Because they have the... Well, let's see. Perfect Veil is down. We have to go after Duchess. We take her out. So now, what do we want to do here, guys? I'm going to take down Rotos. That was an easy decision. And now we can go with Rashard. 106k. That's more like it. Now we can go on auto. So able to come away with a victory on that one, guys. Yeah, I was pretty happy with it. Again, 4k. That's the thing about Mountain King, is that with the... Against some enemies, he just hits like really... He has a lot of misses, you know? And that was a Void matchup too, so... For him to hit for 8k against Tormund, I'm not sure why. I would never see that out of Kratraxa, for example. And I'm not sure if that has to do with the attack percentage that we talked about earlier this video or not. Some of you guys who've been playing the game longer than I have in the comments, let me know if you have any idea why I'm getting way more misses with like a Mountain King versus I never miss with Kratrax's A2. Next up, we have these guys. They have a really high team power, so I'm going to assume they're going to go first, and I'm going to lose no matter what. I think that's a really safe bet, actually. But I'm going to do one thing before we go into it here, and I'm actually going to go on my Seeker. I picked up a speed glyph today, so I'm going to go ahead and try to upgrade my Seeker's speed just to give us every shot we can at going first here. So this shield sucks. Doesn't suck. It's a really good shield. But in terms of the speed, can we do any better? No, 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 no. So we can't. I don't want to use, I don't want to waste a glyph on a 1-roll speed though. So do I have any 2s on speed? I have a 3, a 3, a 3, a 4, and nothing there because it's speed already. And then I have a speed 4 there. Okay, so there's not much. I'm going to have to put it on a 3. So I will put it on this weapon because it's already has a double roll on it. Let me just see if there's anything better here. Yeah, it's not going to be anything better. Double roll there, but it's a really crappy piece of gear. And a 4 there. Okay, so we'll put it on this. Let's see if we can get a better than 3. Well, it's going to be 3 or better, so let's see. 8, 5. Okay, so I get 2 more speed on my Seeker. That takes him to 307 right now. Let's see if 307 is going to be enough, to get me going first in this matchup. I doubt it. Just with a 271k overall power. Let's see what his overall player power is. 2.2, so that's not too high. Comparatively, you know. So here we go. Will we go first? We don't. And that's game over. Alright, so everybody's provoked. Nothing we can do. Everybody's just going to, well, 27k. See, like, why? Alright. Yeah, there it is. Everybody's dead. Yeah, that team is just... That's a team that if I wasn't recording, but just because I told you guys I was going to try to sweep everybody, but a team, if I wasn't recording, I would just pass on, right? Because they're just way too good. I mean, that team is... Yeah, I need to go first. It's as simple as that. I just need to go first, and I wasn't able to go first, and that's it. They have a lower team power, but at least we won't get frozen out, and we can actually see how much damage we have. Because when Mountain King either gets stunned or when he gets frozen, it's just such a huge blow to the overall team. You know, you could say that about any champion, but you definitely feel it when he's supposed to be putting out the majority of our damage and he's frozen the entire battle. So now at least we'll get to see what he does here. So let's take down, and again, let's see if we can finish the job here with Mountain King. And 28k... Not the damage we were looking for, but at least he gets the job done, right? So I don't, like, just wild swings in terms of he's either hitting for 100k, 120k, or he's hitting for 28k or 8k weak attacks, you know? Let's go ahead and try to land. Try to go for him. And let's go for Razin. And we should be able to, at least I hope you guys enjoyed the first half of the video at least, where we kind of tested out his damage. But to say that that is the be-all, end-all, 71k there, it's tough. I guess it really, a lot of it just comes down to the obvious, right? It comes down to how much defense does your opponent have. Do you need a higher attack to mitigate higher defense, right? And that's the question that I'll leave you guys with, I guess, to conclude this long video, is... Okay, it's all well and good to be hitting for way more damage with a higher HP in campaign. But does it come down to, for arena, I have to have that attack there because somehow it's being checked by the opponent's defense lest I'm getting weak hits? Let me know if you know the answer to that question. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like the content here on the channel, go ahead and subscribe. I hope you like this kind of longer one, a little bit of arena action in with, you know, how does damage scale action in the beginning of the video. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, take care, guys.